Hello class, this is James Saunders, your instructor, coming to you from beautiful Sparta, Tennessee. Well, here we are about to begin Workshop 4. Can you believe we're more than halfway through the course? I can see the end in sight. How about you? But in order to get there, we still have quite a bit of required reading this week as well as next week, and several assignments yet to accomplish. So let's dive right in so I don't waste your time and you can get to this week's assignments. First, you're going to have 3 chapters to look at in the theory and practice of group psychotherapy. Chapters 11, 12, and 13. Now, in a nutshell, Chapter 11 talks about how groups unfold. So you're going to be looking at the stages of group development and some more common problems that group facilitators often encounter with group members. Okay. I don't want to say more than that at this point. You're going to understand it as soon as you dive into it, the way it's laid out. Chapter 12, he basically is going to talk to you about subgrouping, conflict, self-disclosure, and termination. These are 4 areas that can create problems sometimes for a group facilitator. So again, subgrouping, conflict, self-disclosure, and termination. And then in chapter 13, the authors do a great deal of discussion about several specific type of clients that you might encounter in a group therapy environment. So a lot of reading, but very good material, and as you read through this material, hopefully you're going to see that it also sort of parallels with some of the material you were exposed to in the Groups in Action assignments, because here you're going to be reading about these processes and these things you encounter, whereas with the Groups in Action assignment, you got to witness it and also provide some of your own feedback about what you were experiencing. So as you read these 3 chapters, hopefully it begins to solidify for you these concepts, these ideas related to you as a group facilitator, how you are going to develop your group, move your group forward, and then this week also consider issues like group termination, how you are going to disclose, self-disclosure type issues. When will you? Will you ever? Is it appropriate? Is it not appropriate? How to go about that? And also talking about certain types of difficult clients. Okay, so enough about our primary text. Now, also this week, you're going to have some reading in the group treatment for substance abuse. Okay, you're going to read chapter 2 out of this book, and that's going to help you with one of the assignments. Let me briefly say that you have 3 discussion boards this week, so that's a lot of reading and a lot of writing. I understand that. But as I stressed to you in my email about your Workshop 2 grades, you're doing much better at incorporating APA, but I still think you can push yourselves even further and become even more proficient in the use of APA. Here's what I'd like to see. For these upcoming discussion boards in Workshop 4, you need to write in paragraph form. Bullet style is okay from time to time, but you need to master the art of writing in paragraphs. And a good paragraph is about 4 to 5 sentences, usually 125 to 150 words. You've got to document when you use a source. Even if it's our primary text, you've got to accurately document that inside the writing. Your in-text citations need to be APA compliant. Okay. Whether it's a paraphrase or a direct quote, if it's a block quote of 40 or more words, you've got to learn how to appropriately cite your sources and do APA formatting. Okay. So you have 3 of those discussion boards, the original post as well as at least 2 replies per post. So again, that's a lot to do, but it gives you also ample opportunity to be practicing your writing skills. Okay. Because I am looking for in Workshop 4 and 5 how all of this information is coming together and culminating for you, and I'd like to see that you're able to argue your position. And by argue, I don't mean in a nasty sort of way. I mean, how can you assert your positions and support it with documentation, whether it's the primary source or some outside reading. If you have a chance, you might refer to some of those articles that I posted in the document sharing to see if they round out some of your thoughts. But it's time in Workshop 4 and 5 that you begin to round out your writing and support your assertions. Now, that leads me also to the motivational essay that you have due this week. It's a 2-page minimum paper, so 2-page minimum. You need to make sure you have a title page, you properly cite all of your sources in text, and you have a reference page. All of this needs to be done through proper APA formatting. Okay? The main gist of the motivational essay is to define one of the principles for motivational interviewing that you find most significant, and also critique one of the techniques that you think is less than relevant to you right now. So again, I'm not looking for right or wrong, but I am looking for you to defend your position. Pick one of those motivational interview techniques, say why you think it is effective and how it will work best for you. Pick one of those that you think is less effective and say why you think it is so. And do all of this with appropriate references to the text. And again, it never hurts to bolster your arguments with outside resources. Just make sure that you cite your sources and include them in the reference material. I am so looking forward to grading your assignments from Workshop 3 and looking ahead to what you're going to provide for Workshop 4. As a class, you are doing a wonderful job. Don't forget about Workshop 5 coming up in that group activity. Thanks so much for your hard work and effort. Remember, in our primary text, chapters 11, 12, and 13, and the group treatment for substance abuse, chapter 2, 3 discussion boards, 1 motivational essay. I can't wait to see what you have to provide. Take care. God bless.